Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys doing today? Y'all come in and catch me working. Come on in. Let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know how you're doing today. I am busy, but I just wanted to say good morning to some people and wish the people a very happy, successful, prosperous day. I think we don't do that near about enough. We don't give thanks in the morning when we get up, and we don't wish people a blessed and happy day, prosperous day. When we start to take our words seriously, we'll realize when we wish people a happy, prosperous, successful day, we just spoken positivity over their lives. We just spoken into their life. And literally, those words come from our mouth and actually go into the life of a person and can change their life, just like those negative words can. Y'all come on in and let me know where you're coming in from. I can't see you right now. I see you coming up, but I can't read what you're saying. So send me a lot of love and let me know you see me clearly and you hear me clearly on this morning. I am busy. I have a workload ahead of me. As some of you coming in for the first time don't know, I make tea cakes. And if you're interested in some, go to Galanda's Tea Cakes. Teammates, grandchildren, made with a heart of love, and order you some. Get you some order. This has turned into a very lucrative and prosperous business for me, and it blesses me to be a blessing to those in my outreach shelter, as well as my grandchildren, my family, and everything. So I thank you all that have purchased and that plan on purchasing from me. But most of all, today, all I came in for was really to wish you and pray over you a prosperous and blessed day. Don't look at it on how it started. If your day started out bad, don't look at that. Don't even give it any attention. I want you to focus on what God is doing. As soon as you make up your mind, you're not going to put your focus on the negativity and how it started out. You'll realize that you have every moment in a day to start fresh. Sometimes I start a day out, y'all, and literally it starts out kind of funky. But you know what I do? I pray and I watch that day turn. Hold just a minute while I get my spray. Hold just a moment, you guys. I never know where I put stuff at right off. So y'all hang on in there with me. Let's see if I can't find it so I don't really need it, because I don't really just use it, but it helps me a little bit. Yeah, so my day can start out pretty rough, y'all. But the minute I make up my mind that the enemy cannot have power over my day, that with my mouth I can change my world. With my mouth, with my words, I can change my world. I begin doing that. And I literally see the day turn anew. I don't care what time it is. It ain't too late to turn your day around. I don't care what you're going through. It's not too late to turn it around. So I come for some people today that started out pretty rough. It didn't turn out like you wanted it to this morning. Stay from 5 a.m. up until now. But let me tell you what I do. I speak to the day. And I command that day to yield a harvest and yield a blessing to me. And that all the favor that God has set up for me that day will find its way to me. And y'all, when you start talking like that, you change your world with your own words. You know that words are powerful. This whole universe was created with a word. The Bible says God said, and there was. He said out of his mouth, and there was. What are you speaking? Because I'm going to tell you right now, you will eat the fruit of your lips. Oh yeah, your very own lips. You will eat the fruit of your words. What you said. So now, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't somebody make a conscious decision to speak what they want rather than speak what they don't want? You know those people that say, dang, every time I get up, something tear me down. Every time I look around, something, here it comes. You can't get me to make those confessions. I say every time I get up, there's a blessing with my name on it. Every time I move around, God got something planned for me that's greater. For every door that closes, God has opened a bigger door, and I look for that. I expect that. And guess what? Because I'm looking for it, because I'm expecting it, it manifests. It manifests. I'm just trying to talk to y'all a little bit this morning about how to command your day to work on your behalf. Stop letting stop letting situations and circumstances ruin your day and cause you to get in collaboration. You know how you partner with sometimes negativity. Before you know it, when you start speaking what the enemy is trying to put on you, you're partnering with the negativity. But what the enemy ain't ready for, he ain't ready for you to use your authority as a believer and begin to speak by faith and begin to speak those things that be not as though they were. He's not prepared for that. So when you get up out of that bed and you see that they trying to turn on you, you begin to speak what you want to have happen in that day. Not what you don't want to happen, but what you want to happen. Begin to speak that. Now see, for some people I've said a mouthful because you know upon listening to me that you have said stuff and everything. And guess what? Don't be walking in fear. Don't be walking in fear. Job said the very thing I feared the most came upon me. Stop walking in fear. God did not give us the spirit of fear, but of love and of power and of a sound mind. So if something is causing you to be fearful and walk in fear, the first thing you want to do is use your words. Or more better, use God's words. To cast down that negativity and speaking to you, trying to put you in fear. There is nothing that you should fear because God is on your side and He is with you. Don't be walking around here fearing people. It's some people that literally are afraid of people, afraid of what people think, afraid of what people gonna say. Literally walking around here in fear of people. What can a man do to you? Now listen. The Bible said if God be for you, come on somebody finish it for me. If God be for you, He is more than the whole world against you. I tell them all the time, how many people in the world? It's a lot of people in this world. But the Bible said if God is for you, He is more than all them. So what you fearing people for? I tell my kids all the time, they do what I do. They go to the bathroom like I do. They eat like I do. They have bad days and good days like I do. How am I going to let somebody, another human being, control my life and get me in fear? Fear to dream. Some of y'all are just strictly afraid of dreaming because somebody didn't believe in your dream. You shut down from dreaming. I'm telling you, I'm talking to somebody this morning. Because somebody didn't believe in it, you start fearing it. You can't be afraid of failure. Because oftentimes things that I failed at, the things that I failed at open up a great big door for me later. And to tell the truth, most people are afraid of failure because they're afraid of what people gonna say. You start that business, you wasn't so afraid that when it closed, that people were gonna be talking about you. Well, listen, I always tell people this: at least I got out of the boat. Now, come on now, I'm trying to talk faith to y'all. At least I got out of the boat. See, sometimes you gotta tell people that's trying to talk about you stepping out on faith and doing something. You gotta say, at least I made an effort and got out the boat. Don't let no boat people that's afraid to make an effort and do anything talk you out of your dreams. Don't let those people talk you out your dreams and get you in fear and thinking that you're you're not going to be able to make it. You're not going to be able to do it. Set your dreams, go for them, and do not think about or concentrate on the failure, because oftentimes the failure is what leads to a blessed place. Believe it or not, when you fail, it may challenge you to pick up something else. I can't tell y'all how many visions I've started and realized that, hey, it wasn't for me to quit on them, but it was for me to modify them. It's for me to do something different. And God didn't tell you to give it up. He just told you, hey, you need to take a look at this. This is not in the purpose of what I want you to do, but I want you to be doing this. You see, it's always a thinking. But do not be afraid of people and what people think, and let that prevent you from moving forward with your dreams. Do not let people talk you out of your dreams because they're afraid or they don't believe. I think I just helped a few people just then. If I help you, let me know I'm helping you. This is right here is my I Love Recipes with a Message video. And I have videos where I sit down and talk to people one-on-one and minister one-on-one. I'm trying to do everything I can to reach people with the good news, the gospel. And by any means necessary will I do that. So I'm not on good old soul food recipes anymore. But ask me, did I let that stop me? No, I just started from my own page. Because I believe this, God will bring something out of every situation if you continue to fight, if you continue to challenge yourself. God will make something great out of every situation. But you got to be willing to hear God and continue to go with what He gave you, the vision He gave you, in spite of doors closing. Yeah, doors may close, but I believe this. I believe out of the closed door that happened with good old soul food recipes, I believe this. I believe that God will open a greater, bigger door for me. And guess what? I won't lose my videos anymore because they'll be on my page. See, God has a way of working everything out. So if I sit and focus over the hurt feeling that I had for being blocked off of good old soul food recipes, for simply preaching the gospel, I will be discouraged. But God said, don't focus on the negative. Focus on what I can do out of that situation. Focus on how I can bless you from out of that situation. Don't get discouraged. Don't feel let down. Just get back focused. And I don't know who I'm talking to right now that feel a little not focused about things. And the Lord wants me to tell you, don't get discouraged. Keep your focus. And stop being so easily discouraged from your dream because things don't go like you think. So the bank didn't loan you the money. Save the money. As God give you the extra, begin to save the money. Say your credit didn't pan out right. You couldn't get the building. Well, look for other buildings that you can lease temporarily. I'm just trying to help somebody that the minute something bad happens or it don't happen like they want to quit. You don't have to quit, sister. You don't have to quit, brother. Just try another avenue. I tell people, some things you got to go around and you got to go over. It wasn't easy for me to even have my own halfway house, y'all. Some things, some people, some situations, I literally had to go around them to make it happen. Some people discouraged it from happening, didn't want it to happen, spoke against it happening, but I made sure all my ducks and everything was lined up in a row, and there wasn't nothing they could do about it. You see what I mean? All you got to do is walk by faith and trust God and watch what happens. For those of you who don't know, you probably figured it out right now. I'm making tea cakes. I'm making tea cakes for an order. And I just appreciate everybody that supports my tea cake business and keep me busy I want to thank you for buying my scarves. I want to thank you for reading my post. I want to thank you. The last thing I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to get out you guys' way and let y'all go on with y'all's day, is be very careful. I find that people have the proclivity to support people that they don't know when they got people in their own town, in their own midst, doing the same thing or greater. We have it bad supporting people that have arrived, that have made it to that place, because we're looking at them as they had made it. But what about the person that's striving and coming up that ladder? They need your support more than anything, because they're rising to that place that where you're admiring somebody else. They're going there. God is taking them there. But we have the proclivity to celebrate people that have already made it rather than to get behind people that God is really using and taking somewhere. We have it bad doing that. And I want to encourage us to get behind and be a support to people in your own community that's doing great things. You see somebody in your community that's feeding the homeless. You see somebody in your community that has wrote a book. You see somebody in your community that's striving to be an actor or actress. Get behind them and support them. I'm all for it, and I support celebrities all the time. I'm all for supporting celebrities. But if I have somebody in my community, I can tell that they have put themselves to school for acting and they going higher and higher, I'm going to get behind them and support them as well. Hold on, you guys. Tea cake time coming out. Tea cake's coming out that oven. Lay that on this wet towel. Let them cool off. Y'all do that. Now these are going in. So all I say is this: support those in your community that really need your support. Get behind those that really need the help and be a blessing. I have so many people around the world that God is using to be a blessing to me. Some of you are here right now, no doubt, because you get on and you pay attention to when I come on and you're there to support me and listen to me. So I don't care about numbers. What I'm watching the people that are dedicated to coming in and being a part of what I got going on, because they can sense in the spirit that God is taking me somewhere. See, it's one thing, it doesn't take very much imagination, Miss Carmen or Sister Jen, to see somebody already arrived and somebody that got 150,000 followers. But what about that little one that God is using that maybe got 10,000 followers? How do you think they get from there to there? Support around the world, as well as supporting their community, as well as people knowing them, sharing their stuff. That's how you take somebody there. So I tell people all the time, if you're not doing it yet, why don't you get involved with somebody that is doing it? Because you're only as great as the person that you can get behind and help come up and help get to a certain place. Like I said, I believe very much in all the celebrities and stuff that are doing something. And one of my favorites is Tabitha Brown. I mean, just her words and her spirit, her smile is so beautiful. And I believe so much in her and what God is doing in her life, because I feel that. And I'm not ashamed or bothered about saying that. See, because we got to realize that what God has for me is for me, and what God has for her is for her. And God got people all over the world. That's why you shouldn't get discouraged when somebody is doing something similar to what you have a dream to do. You shouldn't get discouraged. If you cook, go ahead and cook. The assignment God got me on is totally different than the assignment that He'll have you on. But y'all, we got to come to realization that we're in this thing together. God uses us all unique with our giftings and talents. And He needs every one of us to be in place. Every one of us to love one another and support one another in ways that we can. Sometimes it's not money. Miss Willie, she comes on all the time. She's always sharing my videos and always saying something encouraging. And behind the scenes, y'all, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and Miss Willie done said something like, go ahead, sweetheart. Keep moving, sweetie. Do you know that's encouraging? Or I have somebody like Jen or her sister Debbie come and sew in the middle of the night, and I wake up in the morning and I say, oh God, somebody's still believing in this vision you have given me, and they partnering with me and sewing into it. Words and encouragement, y'all. Come on. Let's push me to the place where God is taking me, and watch what will happen in your own life. So I talked to us today quickly as I made my tea cakes about words and how to command your day. How you command your day to work on your behalf. Don't get discouraged by what you see. Just open up this little mouth that God gave you and begin to speak what you want to have happen in your day. Begin to command your day and speak over your day what you want. Don't say anything that you don't want. Speak over your day positive thoughts, positive words, and watch what will happen. See, somebody just don't know. You're just a word away from a complete victorious lifestyle. You're just a word away from that prosperity you've been praying for. It's in your mouth. It's in your mouth. So open up your mouth. It's in your actions. Get involved. If you're not where you want to be, listen, somebody on the boat is not a put down because they hadn't got the boat. But make sure while you in the boat, you throwing out some lines, you throwing out some help. You saying go on, you being on that boat, you rooting for somebody else because that's the quickest way to come out of the boat yourself. When y'all watch God open these doors up for me and take me all the way to the places he want me to be at, and I don't even say the top, because people got it bad thinking if they make it to the top, they've arrived. I need God to put me where he wants me at. But when you see that and you get behind that, watch what happens in your own life. Y'all be blessed on today. I got to get these tea cakes out and get busy. I love you guys. Y'all be blessed and share my videos. Go back and share some old ones. Go back and watch them. The word is still prominent. The word is still active and still alive. That word has changed people's lives that I said last year, and it's changing people's lives today. Y'all be blessed on today. Much love. Send me love on the way out while I get these tea cakes out. Send me love. Send me love. Send me love.